What is going on YouTube and Diablo fans? My name's Andreas and as always welcome back to Mana and Motherboards. Today I am feeling pumped because it has just been the release and the launch of the new Diablo 4 expansion, Lord of Hatred, and we have been playing that today. Unfortunately, I didn't wake up at 1 p.m. in the middle of the night to play, but I waited until I woke up in the morning, and we have been slamming that today, and it has been fantastic. Just to sort of sum it up in a nutshell, it has really been great. But what I would like to do for you today is just do a quick little video in case you are either coming back to Diablo 4, joining again after a bit of a break or a hiatus, or if you are new to the game and you'd like to sort of understand what is the best way to dive in, to jump into this new expansion and new sort of era for Diablo 4. So we're just quickly going to have a look at that. So this is going to be a little bit of a leveling guide, a progression guide for any new or returning players, and I thought we'd just put this out on day one just to kind of give anyone a bit of motivation, a bit of help, a bit of assistance in getting started for this new season and for this new expansion for Diablo 4. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video and what we are going to be looking at today. So the first steps that you need to take in order to sort of get kickstarted on this new season is create a new character, and specifically what you want once you've confirmed a class is to pick your character, your class, whatever it is, finalize, and then you want to be seasonal. There's no point in being eternal realm based in this season. You want to be a seasonal character so that you get all of the perks and all of the new mechanics and elements that are coming to the new Diablo season. So you can pick seasonal, or definitely pick seasonal, don't uncheck that box, and you can be hardcore if you want, whatever the case. So that is what you want to do. And then in terms of campaign state, you want to, if you haven't done anything else in terms of the base game campaign or the Vessel of Hatred campaign, if you've done those, you just want to go straight into the Lord of Hatred campaign. That's where you want to be. Unfortunately, you can't go straight into the end game. You need to at least beat the campaign once. So you want to click on the recommended Lord of Hatred campaign start. So you want to start doing the campaign. That is the first element of diving into the Lord of Hatred expansion year. So I'm just quickly going to jump into a game with my character here. So the first thing that you are going to want to do once you've made your new character and you've started the game is progress through the campaign. So you could choose any of the difficulties available, which are normal, hard, expert, and penitent, I think it is, or penitent, whatever it is called. You want to pick normal, and if you are an experienced player, possibly hard. I have found with the Warlock class in particular, he is very strong at the moment and does a ton of damage, so hard could be an option for you, but if not, normal is a perfect way to progress through the game in terms of the game difficulty. So I would definitely select normal. As you can see, I'm on normal over here, and you can select normal, hard if you are a little bit more experienced. So once you go through the campaign, enjoy it. It is a fantastic campaign. I'm about halfway or just over halfway through right now. I'm going to finish that up this evening, and it is a great campaign. The sort of narrative and cutscenes and all of that is really fantastic. The story is great. The quests are great. Try and enjoy it. I'm kind of rushing through a little bit because I want to get to the end game really badly, but with that being said, it is a fantastic campaign, so try and enjoy yourself. And throughout the campaign and towards the end of it, you should be about level 40 to 45, and with that, that is how you will sort of start the end game once you've beaten the campaign. So you'll beat the campaign, you'll be about level 40, 45, maybe 50 if you're taking your time and killing everything. And then the first thing you want to do is beat your first Capstone Dungeon. So I'll leave a link in the description of this video for some information on the Capstone Dungeons. I believe the first one is either level 30 or 35, so you will be a little bit over level for that, which is good, which means you should be able to beat it right away and just get cracking on with the rest of your leveling journey. So that's the first thing you want to do after beating the campaign, is beat your first Capstone Dungeon. From there, what you're going to want to do is, if you have a look on your map, you will see where's an area that is a Helltide. I don't know why there isn't a Helltide available right now. That's just bad timing. Anyway, what you want to do is find an area of the map that is a dark red, and it will show you that it is a Helltide. And what you want to do is level from level 40 onto about level 60 in these Helltides. And what you can do is use the new what is it even called now? The new war plan system to do Helltides sort of with your war plan, or even without using it. What you want to do is your Whispers as well as Helltide together in order to get to level 60 as quickly as possible. So you can't really do your war plan until you have beaten the campaign, so you will only really get access to that after the campaign. And then what you want to do are these little quests. So for instance, this is the Helltide area right now. As you can see, where will it say Helltide? Either way, this is the Helltide, and they have quests for your Tree of Whispers within that Helltide, and you want to be doing those quests while handing in your aberrant cinders and all the rest of that within the Helltide. So as you can see, it says entering Helltide, so that will be this dark red area. You will find it on the map. It comes once an hour and it lasts for an hour, so it's an hourly event, and you will do these whisper quests to get sort of 10 progression points within your whispers to hand in at the Tree of Whispers over here in the area of, what is this area called? In the Fractured Peaks. I don't know what else to call it. And you'll do your Whispers and your Helltides together until you are around level 60, at which point you will then do your next Capstone Dungeon at around level 60, and I think that's a 50 to 55 capstone, so you should again be a little bit over leveled for it, and you should be able to do it relatively easy. And that is at your roughly level 60 after doing your Helltides and your Whispers. So then once you are level 60 and you've done your second capstone, what you want to do then is most likely your war plan with again Helltides and Whispers, or even strongholds. So strongholds will be, where is a stronghold? I can't see one off the top of my head right here. Anyway, you will need to do strongholds, which are also great areas in which to gain experience fast on a relative difficulty level that you can still clear fast. So you'll have to just test out sort of how powerful your character is, what sort of damage it's doing, and if you can clear things fast. Personally, for me, I will probably just be doing Helltides and Whispers. I'm not really going to bother with strongholds. They are a quick method of leveling, but not really my cup of tea. I don't have the most fun doing it. I prefer to do Helltides, handing in cinders, trying to find items in Helltides, and handing in Whispers, and getting experience from the caches that you hand in there. So once you have got to level 50, the first thing that you will want to do is, sorry, did I say 50? I meant 70. I can't remember if I said 70 or 50. I meant 70. The next thing you're going to want to do is do the pit, and you'll want to do a level 10 pit in order to open up and unlock your Torment difficulty. So in your Torment difficulty, you will be able to find item level 850 gear, and that will then be the highest item level gear you are able to use on your character, which means it's kind of the base level for Torment gear that you will need and require. So once you've opened up pit level 10, then you can really tailor your war plan to how you want it, and you can then start farming the end game at level 70 in Torment 1 and on until Torment 12 once you are geared for that. So if we just come here into town, you'll see this is the pit, and this will unlock once we have reached level 70 and once we are finished with the campaign. So with the pit, you will then progress. You can also do the pit, I believe, from level 60 to 70 as a different option to your war plan, Helltides and Whispers. That's also another option. It does give relatively good experience, so that's up to you. But basically, once you've done pit level 10 and then opened up Torment difficulty, that is where you are going to spend your time for the end game portion. So we have been grinding through today, getting through that campaign. Like I said, it's a fantastic campaign. The Warlock is feeling very strong. We have been playing this Dreadclaws sort of build that we're putting together. It's working incredibly well. It's a very well put together class. All the new sort of elements of the game, such as your charm system and crafting and all of that, is super exciting. It's super cool. I think this is going to be a great season for Diablo, and the changes that they have brought in with Lord of Hatred expansion have just been really good so far, in my opinion. And a little sort of, if you were wondering, I think so far the purchase price is justified and the game is good, so I'm happy and glad for that. And it's just been great so far. So we're going to do another live stream later tonight, so definitely tune in for that. There's going to be a ton of Diablo 4 content coming out in the next couple weeks, so definitely stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoy this content. I hope you like it. Sorry, my mind's a bit everywhere today, so maybe this wasn't as concise a video as I initially planned, but we are getting it out there anyway on day one for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. So quickly going over that, you want to start a seasonal character, you want to get that character through the campaign as quickly as possible to level 40, 45 at the end of your campaign. You do your first Capstone Dungeon, you then do Helltides and Whispers until level 60, you then do your next Capstone Dungeon, you'll then do Strongholds or your Whispers and your Helltides, or even the Pit until level 70. At level 70, you then will do your Pit level 10 to unlock Torment difficulty, and then you will do Torment farming and war plans and all the rest of that to open up the rest of the end game for you. So that, in a nutshell, is the sort of strategy and plan for getting going in this new Lord of Hatred expansion and the new season for Diablo 4. Please stay tuned for all the content that's coming out. Any like, share, subscribe, or any of that good stuff is always much appreciated. And we'll catch you again soon for some more Diablo 4 and some more mana and motherboards. Cheers!